Okay, what's up, guys? This is Mark and Sammy here. Before we get into this video is brought to you by the Dropship Mastery Class. What the Dropship Mastery Class is a full eBay dropshipping course taking you from A to Z, showing you everything you need to know to dropship on eBay. If you use the coupon code FIRST100, you would get 50% off the class. So it'll give you the class for $97, and it'll also give you a free month of the Ecom Sniper software. So check out the link in the description. Don't forget to use FIRST100, and let's get into the video. So Sammy, you want to introduce yourself really quickly?
Yeah, hi, my name is Sammy. I've been dropshipping on eBay for the last 7 years. I think it's coming up to now, and just happy to be here, man.
Yes, guys. My name is Marc Augustine. If you're new to the channel, I've been dropshipping on eBay for over 10 years now. And yeah, let's get into the video. So Sammy, what are we looking at here?
All right, so right now we have just started, like, I think this is the 5th day of our 2nd month dropshipping on eBay. And we can see we did a total revenue of, in the last 90 days, 5,612, but really it's been like 35 days, yeah? So that is what our total revenue is. Yesterday, it seemed we did $124 in orders, and the day before that, 209, and etc. So, these days happen. What you want to do is just keep going ahead and then posting like more items to go ahead and circumvent like any like variations in sales that you get. So I see these offers I have. I'm just gonna go ahead and send these out, because if you're not sending offers out, you're leaving money on the table, yeah? So let's go ahead and push these 11 offers out. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look at the data sheet in a second to see how much profit we're doing. And then we can kind of look at the sales. So it looks like we haven't done a couple of the sales from yesterday. So you can see we have 1, 2, 3 orders. We had some problems accessing the computer, but we'll get them done today. And then, so our total profit so far is 1,462. With today's orders, but at the end of the day, I think with the orders that we have already that we didn't fulfill, we should break the $1,500 mark today in pure profit. So 35 days, 1,500. So let's go ahead and the first thing we gotta do is, you want to introduce the topic while I go ahead and list some items?
Yeah, so today we're going to get into this is the 5th episode of eBay SEO, and we're going to focus on pricing strategy. So
right.
We're going to talk about, because we got a comment yesterday talking about reducing the price, and I think there's a lot of misconception on how pricing works. Yes, we know that eBay suggests that the lowest price is important, but what you guys may not understand is, with our strategy, we are listing unique listings, unique titles, unique images, unique descriptions. So the pricing strategy is a little different.
Right, exactly. And I guess right before we jump into that, we can kind of just run the product hunter, and then we can kind of start that discussion, yeah?
Yeah.
So what we're doing right now is we're always using a product research tool. What we're doing is we're going to find another dropshipper on eBay who's selling the exact same product. So I just search solar charger. So I search this up, and then what we're going to do is we're going to find a whole bunch of dropshippers that are selling the same exact item. And so then I'm going to open up one of these dropshippers. He has 312 items he sold, and we're going to open that up. And then he sold 104 items in the last 90 days. So I'm going to go ahead and extract whatever sold in the last 14 days, and then we're going to list those items onto our account.
Can you show how many were pulled, so we could compare? So you sold 31 items in the past 14 days.
Exactly. And then I guess you can kind of like, let's clear this, and then we can kind of see last 3 days, and we can scan it again. And you can see that in the last 3 days, he sold 5 items. So let's go ahead and clear it one more time. And maybe last 30 days, we can extract it, and we can see how many items he sold in the last 30 days. So this guy sold 52 items last 30 days. It's okay. I mean, it's a hustle, right? So I'm gonna keep the last 14 days because I think that works pretty well. And then for a show, I'm gonna keep this list, and let's go ahead and scan a couple more guys and add that to the list, yeah. So this guy's a dropshipper, the same exact product. Oh, this pants is a little weird, but whatever. I think it, as long as we're finding items that sold in the last 14 days, regardless if they're dropshipped items or not, that will go ahead and aid in our sales, because really in the end of the day, this is a niche finder. You know what I mean? Because it's not always we're finding the same exact items on Amazon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and paste that in. We loaded up 100 items. Let's go ahead and press search, and then it's gonna go ahead and scan one by one. So one other thing I want to go ahead and introduce. We can talk about our new feature. We have a new feature where you can go ahead and suggest any copyright or Vero items that you have, any Vero brands. If you go log on to ecomsniper.io on the dashboard, if you go to suggest Vero brand, you'll see that we have two options. You can press suggest, and you can write down whatever Vero brand you have. Let's say, for example, I don't know, a men's mountain bike. What's gonna happen is like your suggestion will be queued, and then we'll have like one of the moderators go ahead and take a look. And if it's a Vero brand, it's gonna be added to our Vero brands list, which is gonna be loaded here. So everybody who wants to take a look, you can see all the Vero brands that we have so far. So if you ever got flagged for Vero before for a specific item, go ahead and suggest it to us. We'll approve it and we'll add it to that list, and then it'll come and show up right over here for us. So that is like the new feature we have, and it'll be integrated into the software in real time. All right, so talking about the main topic in hand, right? Mark, do you want to introduce the question one more time, and then we can kind of jump into the details?
Yeah, so again, yesterday we had a comment asking about pricing, and it's interesting because we had this video planned anyway. So one misconception I think a lot of you guys are having is when we are sniping these niches using the product, using Ecom Sniper and the product hunter, our goal is not to undercut all the dropshippers we found. Our goal is to use Ecom Sniper to list unique titles, unique images, unique descriptions, and we choose a profit margin that we are happy with. So on this account, we're using 80% over the cost of the item, and you're seeing that we are getting 25 to 30% profit margin on sale. And that we could afford to do that because, again, our items are unique. So the pricing strategy is not necessarily to just drop the price.
Right, and you know what? Let's get into some examples, and then like we'll go into some of them. So for example, this item over here, if we pull the item up on Amazon, we sold this item for $53.99. And if we pull this item up on Amazon, we can see this item, it's right over here, $29.99. This is the first time I'm checking the competition for this item, so I don't know what the competition is. So we can go ahead and click search on eBay, and what it's gonna do, it's gonna go ahead and show us all of the competition that's selling this item. I guess this one has none because
that was it.
Is this the same one? Boxing bag.
Yeah, that's the same item.
29. Okay, yeah, there we go. So there we go. So this guy is selling the same exact product as us. And you can see that we sold it for $53.99 and he's selling it for $44.04, right? And we sold this item and he didn't.
And we sold it twice.
We sold it twice. Exactly. And the reason why we sold it twice is because our titles are completely different than his. So what that means is every time somebody goes ahead and searches for hanging punching bag, they're going to find our item. And when somebody looks for boxing bag, they're going to find his item. So by us changing the title, it allows us to go ahead and throw our item out in a separate category or a separate search query, right? And within that separate search query, what's happening is we're being exposed to different potential buyers than he is. Sometimes he has more traffic than us, sometimes we have more traffic, but the point is we are doing something called product differentiation by changing the title. And once you do product differentiation, you're able to sell a product like this item that we're selling on eBay right now. Technically, would be considered a new product, right? Let's say if I go ahead and I'm selling this product and I change the brand, now it's not the same item anymore, right? If I instead of low jest, I put like Mark Jest or something, yeah. Now it's a different product. So like once more, like Mark, could you reiterate that for me? So like, it's absolutely clear what's happening here. And
Yes,
we can
as you
jump
see,
into more examples.
when we search that item on eBay, one person was found selling that item, right?
Right.
We weren't found selling that item because our titling is completely different than the Amazon title. Our images are completely different than the Amazon image, and our description is completely different than the Amazon description. So we are really separating ourselves from everyone on eBay and everyone on Amazon selling this supposedly unique item. And that is
Right.
why we would show up in different search
Right.
queries around different groups of people. And that is why we've sold the item twice.
Right. Exactly. So we can take it's a very clear example. He has wrote his main item is boxing bag. So he is getting, search traffic for the term boxing bag. But our item is called hanging punching bag. So that means the people who are looking for punching bags are going to find us, and the people who are looking for boxing bags are going to find him. So that means we are in two different battlefields, to say.
And remember,
His
our focus
battlefield,
is on pricing, right? If you look at his pricing, it's $44.04. We are selling the
right,
item for almost $10 more at
right,
$53.99.
exactly. And we actually sold more than him for that item. So let's go ahead and open up like another case study. So that way, like that example is clear, yeah? So this is done scanning. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, it's not done scanning. Let me pause this for a second, just so that way, we have some clean working space. And then we can kind of turn it on back in the end, yeah? Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and search up another item. I guess like this recent item that we sold today, yeah? So premium 20 watts, 50 motor oil, 5 quarts, yeah? So if we go ahead and we sold this item for $39.99, and I suspect that there are other people that are selling it for much cheaper than us. Well, for the vast majority, not everybody's raising the price by 80%, yeah? So let's go ahead and search this item on eBay. We click our Chrome extension button over here. And then there we go. $29.99. This guy's a dropshipper for sure. $25.58. And yet we sold it for $39.99. And look at the competition. 35, $28.99, 34.87, 28.99. And our item is nowhere to be found. Oh, these are the templates are very eye-catchy, huh? I wonder if
Yeah.
they're using a specific software, because they look pretty similar in a sense. But yeah, so as you can see, like our item is nowhere to be found, and the reason why is because our titles are completely different. We sold this for $39.99. You can see the competition is relatively all of them, literally all of them, except for this guy. Right? They're all selling it for cheaper than us. However, we were able to go ahead and sell it for $39.99. And the reason why is because our title is different and we are in a different battlefield. So let's go ahead and analyze their titles. So I guess what's happening is the way eBay goes ahead and ranks your title on eBay, like your placement on the search results, is because the word motor oil is so far into the title, right? The one that's ranking the hardest for this specific title would be probably the brand. It's probably a famous brand, Castrol GTX Classic,
Yeah, it is.
conventional motor oil. Yeah, so that's probably so this item is ranking for the word Castrol GTX, but our item is ranking for 20W-50 motor oil and a premium motor oil. I think I would say that is the ranking keyword. So this is the reason why we were able to go ahead and sell it for a higher price, yeah. And you can see relatively like there is like endless competition on eBay. Let's go ahead and open up another item over here. So this Spider-Man cupcake toppers, we sold it for $17.99, and let's see what the competition is selling this for. So we're sourcing it from Amazon for $4.99, and then let's go ahead and open it up on eBay.
For $9.99.
Yeah, sorry, $9.99. So let's open that up for eBay. I can't believe people buy this stuff, man. That blows my mind. Yeah, there's a buyer for everything. So I don't see any competition for this item. So yeah, okay. So then let's go search for another item of ours. Yeah, list some toppers, man. Maybe you'll get a bunch of sales, yeah. Wax seal stamp kit initial alphabet set. Let's go ahead. And guys, you know what? These items, I'm seeing it for the first time with you guys. I think Mark, you're seeing it for the first time. We have no clue what we're selling.
Yeah, we put all the faith in the software.
Yeah, dude, we just press a couple buttons, like we're not Batman, we're Robin. The software is Batman, we're just a sidekick. We're just helping it push its buttons, yeah. And that's fine with me, man. I don't want to be Robin, yeah. And we need if you want to be successful, you need a system that can be copied and pasted over and over again. If you were the mastermind behind creating the titles and the images and everything, you only have so much time in a day. That's not the way to scale a business. You can't Batman is successful, but if anybody else is Batman, you're probably not gonna be successful in eBay dropshipping. Unless you get super lucky. Did you get my point on that? Yeah. I wonder if that was clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right over here, you can see this item is $17.99. Our competition is selling it for $35.52. Right? They're selling it for $25.99, $25.82, $25.47, and none of them are selling it, but we're able to sell it for $32.99. Actually, I don't know if it's fair to say if anyone's selling it or not. Let's open up therapy, and we can actually see if anybody bought this item. So we actually have an easy way to open up Terapeak. You just go ahead and copy the title, go on eBay Sniper 4, and search on eBay slots. And what it's going to do is going to go ahead and search it on Terapeak and see if anybody actually sold this Amazon item, yeah, in the last 30 days. And funny enough, nobody has sold it because you can see, right, this is Terapeak, right? Terapeak goes ahead and shows you all of the sold items for this listing in the last 30 days, right? And if we look at active, nobody has sold it. However, you can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drop shipping this item, and not a single one of them were able to sell the item. Let's go ahead and see it in a 90-day. Let's go ahead and put it in 90 days. Maybe we'll see something, huh? So in 90 days, again, let's see, sold. Nobody has sold it in 90 days, copying that exact title. Let's go ahead and put it up to 1 year. Right? Nobody was able to sell this item in the last year. Let's go ahead and pull up our title. This just shows the power of, and remember, we raised the price and everything. If this is undisputable proof, right? Let's go ahead and search the title. You can see sold, 1 sold, and that is our item right over here. So for over one year, people have been listing this item on eBay, and nobody has sold this item. We posted this item, we changed the title, we raised the price, and we sold it. This is undisputable proof. You know what I mean? That AI generated titles work. Well, Ecom Sniper's AI generated titles work. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and show you guys how these titles are made one more time. Right? I think that was a crazy example. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was an interesting one. But
yeah,
we should also show how our prices are, since this video is focused on pricing, we should show how our prices are created.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and show that. So before that, I'll just show you guys the reason why I was able to sell at that higher price point. And even though people had it cheaper and never was able to sell this item, I'm seeing this for the first time with you guys, right? The reason why we were able to sell it was because our AI went ahead and generated a brand new title that works, right? Our titles were designed to sell, right? Copying and pasting items from Amazon were not like those titles were not designed to sell for eBay, right? We use optimized AI titles. So the way we go ahead and increase the price on eBay is we simply just have a markup percentage of 80%. So if an item is $100, it goes ahead and increases the price by 80%. So that would mean that we would sell the item for $180. So you can see right over here it says $32.99. That's the item that it will sell. That's the number it'll sell for. So and we are purchasing it for $17.99. So if I go open up a calculator and I put $17.99 times 1.8, 32.38. So 32.39. And then you go ahead and we just go ahead and put the ending price as 99 cents just to make it a little more professional. You know what? That's a great point. Let's go ahead and talk about the anchor points real quick, and then you want to pause the video real quick while I pull up some notes for everybody?
Okay, guys, so in this video, we mentioned before, we were talking about pricing and more pricing psychology. Pricing psychology means, remember, our success, it depends on the buyer and how they buy. So if we can make any little tweak that encourages buyers to buy more regularly, we make a lot more money dropshipping on eBay than otherwise would.
Exactly. So like the first thing we'll talk about, we just have a document, and again, everything is inside the course, so you can always go ahead and refer back to it. And which the main question that a lot of people have is, how do I price my items, and how should I, and like this has been a debate for a long time, and we're here to settle it. You know what I mean? So what the question was is, how should I go ahead and price my items? Right? What should my pricing be on eBay for the items I'm selling? So it depends on the item and depends on your strategy and where you're at this point. So let's go through the document and we're going to talk about it. So the first question that people ask, what number should I end my listing with? Should I just go ahead and mark it up by 80%? Let's say, for an example, we have an item that's like, I don't know. Let's go ahead and put 23, like let's say the price is $23 on Amazon and we're raising, let's say 23.636 on Amazon, and we raise the price by 0.8%. I mean 80%. What am I doing here? 23.36.
Multiply by 1.8, yeah.
Exactly. If it's 23.6 and we multiply by 1.8, should we sell the price for the product for 42.04? And the answer is no. What you want to be selling this item for is $41.99 or $41.90
or $42.99
or $42.99, whatever way works for you, right? And the reason why that $42.99 is a much better price than 42.04, right? Even though you're increasing the price, and the reason why is because of charm. This is something called charm pricing. So it creates an illusion, right? It makes it seem like somebody is getting a deal, because when you end an item by 99 cents, by 97, 95, etc., right? Every time you go to a supermarket, if you go to Walmart, if you go to Amazon or something like that, and if you see the item is ending but with 99, you assume that they're giving you a bargain, that they brought it down, because that is what we have been trained for. We have been educated with these prices, right? This price
almost programmed, because almost programmed to look forward to these prices.
Exactly. It feels familiar. It feels comfortable, right? If you are not ending these prices with 0.99 or 0.97, then what's happening is you're gonna feel like you're not getting a deal. And so on Ecom Sniper, we have right over here, it's called end price, right? It's the same as charm price. So what it does is it goes ahead and changes the ending price to 0.9997 or whatever change that you want to go ahead and put. So over here, you can see that we marked the price up by $32.99, but it was really like $17.99. I think we did it last time, times 1.8. That was the price we got, 32.38, but we went ahead and rounded it up to 32.99, and the reason was because of charm, right? It goes ahead and adds familiarity. It shows somebody they're getting a bargain, right? We're programmed in a way to conceive these items to be a deal when they end with these charm pricings. So that ends the debate. Never end your prices with 32.33 or 32.03. It just looks like you're not, it doesn't look professional, first of all, right? If you're ending those prices, like somebody's going to come in, they're going to think that you're not a professional seller, and you need professionalism in this business. And the reason why is,
and remember, this is psychology that works with the masses. I know some of you guys may be like, no, leave it to 32, but there's research done showing that these prices work. This is not just Mark and Sammy. This is across all
Mark and Sammy and world. Yeah, no, this is the world show today. All right, yeah, no, 100%. Mark is absolutely right. This is not something that is up for debate. This is, if you go to universities, they explicitly teach. If you Google charm pricing, it's something that has been like massively researched. And the reason why I would actually say it's because we have been programmed to think that these prices are deals. So make sure, and I think the best example would be, like, let's say you're selling a TV for $100. Like, everybody can understand this example. You're selling a TV for $101, and now you think, you know what, that TV is worth $101. You sell it for $99.99, and wow, that's a deal. That's a bargain.
Yeah.
You know what? Everybody can see that. Yeah. Like, if a TV, like, can you pause the video for 1 second? I want to pull up an example. Okay, guys. So we just did a little bit of HTML magic again. So this TV is selling for $101.32. Your initial thought, okay, yeah, this price is not on sale. There's nothing special about it. They priced this product for the exact price they got it for, or something like that. But and we are looking at, it's a TV. You know, TVs are expensive, right? That's the initial thought we have. But we're not attracted to this. We see this price for $99.99, and all of a sudden, like, we feel instantly emotional. Like, there's an emotional connection with $99.99. Everybody has seen this number over and over again, and that price just feels like you're getting an exclusive deal. Like, there's only this price is just 1 cent away from 100, right? And this price is 100, like, just $1.32 away. But instantly, this one feel like can you imagine someone selling you a TV for $99.99? You're gonna be like, hell yeah, I'll take it. Of course, technology, the prices of that are decreasing like rapidly, right? This is a 42-inch TV, but it's actually selling for $140. You know, like, if everybody's watching, but we're focusing on this number because we did some magic. But just trying to bring out that example, right? That this charm pricing, right, ending it with 99 cents, right? That really makes magic happen.
And that shit,
right?
And we're not saying that you would get no sales. I don't want someone to be like, hey, I sold an item for 172 cents. Yes, some sales are made, but again, we are focused on the masses. We are focused on the fact that we want to make every little tweak we can make on our business increases our sales by a certain percentage. So you want to make sure and have best practices across your entire eBay store.
Exactly. And Ecom Sniper, for the most part, it takes care of like these thresholds for you, so you don't have to really worry about it when you're bulk listing. But that should solve the answer. Should you end your prices with 99 cents? Hell yeah. There's no dispute about that. There shouldn't be, yeah. Okay, and so the next thing that we're going to talk about is price anchors, right? So this is the example that we used, and let's go ahead and pull it up again, and then we're going to pull up an eBay example, right? A price anchor, very simply put, is you see this price over here, $199.99. So right off the bat, you're anchored to that price, and then you comparing it to 139.99. So okay, here, this is a perfect example, right? Let's say you're like when you're going in negotiation and you're going to go buy a car, who, if let's say Mark is selling me a car, right? Who should tell the price first? If I'm selling Mark a car, right? Let me use that example, right? And I'm trying to go ahead and sell him a car, whoever says the price first wins. Period, right? If I'm selling you like a Toyota 2007 or whatever, and you're very interested in the car, if I tell you $7,000, now you're gonna counter me with 6,000 because you're gonna be too shy to go ahead and do 3,000 unless you're a hardcore low baller, man. But you get what I'm saying, Mark.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, I
whoever
get it.
price anchors, right? So when somebody goes ahead and whoever speaks first about the price, right, that is set. Like people are like you're gonna go ahead and compare the price afterwards from that. So whatever price you see or hear first, you're always comparing from that. The latest iPhone or whatever, right? If Apple goes ahead and says, "Oh, our newest iPhone we're selling for $1,500," that they set the price anchor. 1 month later, they're gonna say we have a massive sale. Right, we're selling it for $1,200. You're gonna feel like you're getting a massive deal, even though the manufacturer price was like $500. You know what I'm saying? They
Yes.
anchor you to a certain price. So in that same sense, right, on eBay, what we can do to go ahead and give someone a price anchor is go ahead and create a markdown sale. And we're gonna go talk about that in a second, right? But actually, let's go ahead and talk about it right now. Let's find some example of a seller that is price anchoring someone. Let's go ahead and write in the word TV. I'm assuming people who are selling TVs are gonna be doing markdown sales. Right over
Yeah,
here is
there's one. Go
there's
back
one,
up.
right? Yeah. So there we go. So right over here, it says 40% off, right? Right away you're seeing that the anchor is $2,000 and you're getting a massive deal right over here, right? That really goes ahead and gives a perceived value to the user that they're gonna get $700 in value, right? You're pretty much making that value up in thin air, right? But what's happening is the buyer is gonna feel like that. So I like to go ahead and this is another psychological trick. Putting last one over here. Um, I want to see a markdown sale that is like ending within 24 hours because those are the most powerful. It seems like none of these guys are doing it right here. You know what I'm talking about, right? It says
Yeah,
it
but
over
that's
here
something
sometimes.
we do in our account.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. But I don't have a markdown sale going on right now. So I wanted to go ahead and show somebody that. Okay, whatever the case. So I think that made our example very clear for what a price anchor is. So when somebody goes ahead and you put the original price and then you slash that price in half or like by 5%, 10%, it doesn't matter what slash you do, right? As long as you are going ahead and lowering the price and having a price anchor, you're increasing the perceived value for a user. You're displaying a before and now price, and somebody is going to go ahead and feel very like compelled to go ahead and click and either purchase your listing or click it and find out more. So the next thing we're going to talk about is round numbers. $10, $20, $100, $50, whatever. Those are pretty honest numbers, you know what I mean? Like if you're selling like a hot dog or something in downtown, right? Someone says like $5. It's honest. It builds trust, it's like it's a very trustworthy number. It doesn't seem like you're trying to scam anybody or like upsell them or anything like that. I don't like to go with this route because I've tried it. Sales are okay. I find that the psychological tricks that we use, like there's so much more you can do when you're not using round numbers.
Yeah, if you compare $10 to $9.99 or $20 to $19.99, I think that the 99 is a lot more powerful than the rounded numbers.
Exactly. But if you're gonna use 1432, it's better use $15. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
Because then it sounds honest, right? So round numbers are okay. Like going ahead using charm pricing is the best. And then third and last is just going ahead and like putting some random change, and then you're appealing to that 1% of demographic that likes that. which is fine. You know, I guess everyone targets different people. More for us, right? All right. So let's go talk about emotional pricing, right? So emotional pricing, same concept as charm pricing, but there's a few things that we can do to go ahead and elicit an emotional response from a buyer, right? If you go ahead and let's open up one of our listings, and we'll go ahead and we can kind of see it very clearly, huh? So let's go to one of our listings that we sold and that we marked that shipped right over here. This magic 8 ball. Where's our coupon? Did we not set a coupon yet? Or maybe it expired, yeah?
It
Let's go ahead
expired.
and check. Oh, it expired, huh? Then we gotta go ahead and make a coupon, yeah? So well, let's go ahead and find somebody else. Maybe they have a coupon. And then we can kind of like showcase their like a good seller should have a coupon. This one doesn't have a coupon. Let's see. Do they usually tell the coupon from on the main page?
Do you? I think so. It usually shows up on this page above the image.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go ahead and that just shows that a lot of these eBay sellers are not maximizing their potential. You know what I mean? So guys, like the competition on eBay is thin. You know, not there are a lot of people that are not doing the right things to go ahead and get sales, and they're at the top of the search results. Oh, by the way, here we go. Here's one for anchor pricing. Like you can see right over here, eBay is helping you so much with this anchor pricing. Save $113. This really goes ahead and aids someone in making this purchase decision. If you just put the item at, I'm pretty sure this item was always $287. And he went ahead and went ahead and marked it up, right? And it makes sense. It makes sense. It helps. It aids a lot in that, yeah. So I don't see a coupon over here. Oh, right
Yeah, there
over
it is.
here. Exactly. So this is. Let's go ahead and press see eligible items. So open his up. Oh, I think it's just a markdown sale. Okay,
Yeah,
this is kind
because
of
that isn't the usually they'll give the coupon on right above the image.
right. Okay, so let's instead of the coupons, let's go ahead and talk about some of the other parts of the emotional. Like this listing has other parts of it that we can talk about. Right over here, you can see he has a markdown sale, right? So that means that he went ahead and he marked it down from 159.90 to 127.92, and he did a 20% off. And this 20% off, his sale ends in 2 hours and 14 minutes, right? You're eliciting you're a very intense, right, emotional response from the buyer to go ahead and purchase this item from you. And the reason why is because think about it this way: if someone is panicking, right, there's only like there's only a couple 4 left in stock. Sorry, not 4 left. There's probably a lot more than 10 available, right? But you only have 2 hours and 13 minutes to go ahead and purchase this item for a 20% off discount. And if you're not gonna purchase it with the 20% off, right, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna be in trouble. So that goes ahead and like really aids in that purchase because it goes ahead and elicits that response. And when somebody has like a coupon and you write inside of that coupon, you tell them that first 5 people that buy this, right, we're gonna go ahead and we're giving them a 10% discount or $5 off. Again, you're gonna go ahead and elicit an emotional response because the buyer is gonna feel like very special. When someone feels special, they're more inclined to purchase because it falls under the category of emotional purchases. So one way we go ahead and elicit those emotional responses is by sending offers. So when we go ahead and send an offer to somebody, right? I just click this button. I'm gonna send an offer to this person right over here for $179.99. If I go and press send offer, it doesn't matter if it's 5%, right, or 10%, whatever. Just by sending a percentage off, right, the buyer feels like this price is exclusively for me, right? And I can go ahead and send them a personalized message. Hey, thanks for checking my listing out. This is a one-time special discount just for you. And it will expire within the next 4 hours. Thanks for supporting my small family business. So this message that I'm sending the buyer right now, right? I'm going ahead and trying to elicit an emotional response from him. Let's go ahead and give him a 10% discount to make it even more attractive, right? So right off the bat, I'm giving him a price that's exclusive to him, and I'm telling him that this is only for you. So I'm making him feel special. Then I'm trying to create a FOMO for him, and I'm letting him know that he only has 4 hours left to go ahead and make this purchase. Let's go ahead and actually put it down to 1 hour. You know, within 1 hour, and then it'll expire. So this is what some people do, right? And then I go ahead and I close it off by saying thanks for supporting my small family business, to go ahead and build more trust and rapport with the buyer, because this item is 179.99, so that means he will need a lot more convincing, right? So this message was tailored specifically for this person. And you know what? Let's go ahead and like change the percentage to make it 159.99. You know what I mean? So let's go put it. There we go. So I'm giving him an offer as a one-time discount at 159.99. So it looks like he's getting an exclusive deal just for him, yeah? And then I let him know all of these information. I'm creating FOMO, like fear of missing out. I'm making him feel special. And then I give him a legitimate reason to go ahead and purchase this for supporting a family business. I go ahead and press send, and there we go. We went ahead and we did our best to go ahead and convert that guy into a sale. You see what I'm saying, Mark?
Yeah. Last night I sent out all the about 11
Yeah.
offers.
Yeah, exactly. So guys, make sure you're sending out offers. You're literally leaving money on the table, and it'll be great if that guy makes a purchase. That way we can go ahead and like tomorrow be like, whoever watches video, they'll say that yeah, it works. So but like it's the rule of large numbers. You're gonna have to keep doing it to see more results. Not every single offer you send out is gonna convert into a sale, but every offer that you don't send out is not gonna go end up in a sale. That is for sure. So send out your offers, make markdown sales, because that goes ahead and elicits emotion, and make sure you set in markdown sales with a 24-hour time span and add coupons. So, and then let's go ahead and talk about, there's just a few last things we'll talk about and we'll be done. Psychological barriers. Mark, do you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, so there are certain psychological barriers in pricing, and they usually 10, 20, and 100. If you go to like a grocery store, right by the cashier, you usually have a lot of impulse buys that are set there, and they're usually under $10. So if you want to focus your eBay account on simply impulse purchases, you would want to sell your entire catalog at items under $10. When you get when you go to $10 to $20, you also get some impulse buys, but it's not as quick as the $0 to $10. But again, if you look at our store, if you look at some of the sales that we've shown you guys, when we're first starting the store, if you're starting out a brand new store and you want to get really quick sales, you want to sell a lot of items under $20. If you look, we have a number of items. Most of our items are under $100, but we have a number of items ranging from 0 to 10 and 0 to 20 to generate those initial sales. As you can see here.
Right, exactly. Because sales bring sales, right? If you're starting up a new account, you want to go ahead and list these type of items, build your feedback and everything else, right? And then once we move on to the $20 to $30 range, right, it is still considered in the impulse buy zone, but it gets scrutinized even more. But I would say anywhere from 0 to 30 is fine. But from 0 to 20, that is where you really build up your feedback. 30 to 50, this is the moment where things change. Anything above $30 requires scrutiny from the buyer.
And
And
on the
that means
on the profit side, you remember on the profit side, you guys would be making $10 and above on a $50 item. But on
right,
the psychological side of the buyer, yeah, that's where our professional images come in. That's where our unique titles come in. That's where our
exactly.
unique description comes in. And it really plays a
Exactly.
big role in getting the buyers to buy between $30 and $50.
Exactly. Exactly. You didn't say it better yourself, man. That is the essence, right? From the $30 to $50 range, right? It is not an impulse buy zone. It requires trust, right? It does not your listing, like the fact it's on eBay, you already garner some trust from that, right? However, if you don't have a professional image, if you don't have a professional title description, your chances of getting a sale at the $30 to $50 range plummets, right? So that's why we at Ecom Sniper, we use our AI to go ahead and generate beautiful, like AI generated titles that were made to sell, right? And then we make perfect images to go ahead that were designed to go ahead and sell, right? The images look clean, they look trustworthy. We put the American flag here to show that we're US sellers, etc. And then we have the $50 to $100 range, and then 100 and beyond. But from the $50 to $100 range, this is where your buyers need trust. The professional images are for sure going to still work and everything like that. However, this is where your feedback comes into place, right? You shouldn't really focus on $50 to $100 items in the beginning. Just know that when you get your top rated badge, when you go ahead and you get, like, hundreds of feedback and etc., right? Those feedbacks and etc. are gonna make it so that you're able to sell those $50 to $100 range much easier, because when you're selling an item, the only reason somebody's not buying it from you is because they don't trust you. And you need trust on the platform, and the way you build trust is by having a professional listing, professional description, professional title, etc. So if you're selling like these cheap items, 10 to 20 bucks or less, right? Yeah, whatever. You can just copy and paste, and people are not going to pay too much mind in it. $20 to $30, you can still get away with it somewhat. Having a professional listing helps incredibly easy. Well, because these are the impulse buy range, right? 30 to 50, 50 to 100. These are the ones that get tougher. So and the proof is in the pudding, right? And here we are in the dining table. You can see a lot of our listings, $12.99, $17.99. Our vast majority of our items that we sell are within the impulse buy range. You know what I mean? So and we occasionally get these higher ticket items that go from 50 to 100 or 100 plus, etc. But those require you to have trust, and there's no way you're ever gonna sell any of these if your listing is not professional. Because if it's not professional, people are not gonna trust you. Your pricing has to be professional as well. So if you're listing something at $100, $99.99, $200, $199.99, $150, $149.99. So that wraps up the the presentation, I guess I would say, or like
Yeah, for pricing.
for pricing. So I guess the last thing we just gotta do is just run the run the bulk lister. We can kind of like end off for the day. We actually had to start the second eBay account. We have another eBay account for you guys. We're gonna start again from scratch for everybody who missed the starting of the series. You can always go back and watch, but we're gonna start from the beginning once more with everybody, yeah. With the new account that we set up. So right now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy everything, and I'm gonna throw it into the bulk lister. Right, I'm gonna click reset, terminate, clear links, and paste it in 4 threads. And yeah, that's a wrap, yeah.
Okay, guys, so smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the course. But if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section and we'll get back to you. Peace.
Now join the Telegram. Take care.